Hello, Aquarius, and welcome to your monthly reading. This is for any and all Aquarius placements you resonate with strongly in your chart. And we have some overall energy here for you in the Oracle cards. We have Sothis, Star Consciousness, Generosity, Bodhisattva. And Sothis is the star Sirius. It is the cosmic embodiment of Mother Isis. Okay, we have Angel of Pleasure. Take pleasure in the things that you do. Embrace the dark. Seek your destiny. Nourish the soul. The White Raven Spirit with Trust in the Magic. Confusion with the Crown Chakra. A fiery climax approaches with full moon in Aries. What do you need to release with waning moon? Bring love into the situation with new moon in Aquarius. And conclusions are within reach with full moon eclipse. This is a lot of energy here. Just taking it all in for a second. Okay, I see with the fiery climax approaches, what do you need to release and conclusions are within reach, that something that might have confused you is going to clear up this month, okay? You may have a big release when we have the next full moon. There's a certain, you feel confused, I think, about some actions by others. You're very generous and you try to enjoy the little moments in life. You try to trust that you are on the right trajectory for seeking your destiny. I see that you may need to just nourish your spiritual side a little bit and embrace certain things within your shadow that you may feel embarrassed of, insecure about, that you don't want to bring out of the closet, so to speak. But the work that you're doing is really going to help you figure out exactly what you need to release, where to direct your love. And you're going to get some answers soon. Okay, so that's what I'm getting for your overall energy here. So I'm going to shuffle these back into the deck. And we're going to get some past energies, current energies, and future possibilities. And when I say future possibilities, I mean just that. You have free will. Tarot is just a guide for what you already know subconsciously or in your conscious awareness. You have the power to change your fate, your destiny at any point and time. So thank you so much for being here. If you're new, I welcome you. If you are returning, thanks so much for your support. It means the world to me. All right. What's going on in the past for Aquarius? Past energies for Aquarius. All right. We have the Chariot in reverse. We have the Queen of Pentacles. There's that generous energy that you have. And the King of Pentacles in reverse. So you have a power couple in your material 3D world here. Beautiful. Let's see what else wants to come out. Okay. We have Judgment. And this says the Awakening. Anything else from this deck? Okay, that is it for that. So, you may have felt a lack of self-discipline in the past when it comes to something. Okay, you may have had a hard time balancing out and moving forward in your energies when it comes to something. You've made a judgment call recently, though, and you've decided that it's important for you to balance out these energies within you that perhaps have been out of whack. Okay? I'm seeing that you may have experienced a lot of opposition, maybe when it comes to yourself and the way that you want to balance out your energies. You may have felt a lack of direction, a lack of control, okay? You may have been feeling very practical about things. Okay, it's important to you to be able to provide financially for yourself and for those in your life. There may be something that went on with overindulgence and caused a material loss. You may have been so focused on money manifestation that it may have just backfired and you weren't able to provide the way that you really wanted to, because it's great to work on manifestations for your financial wealth and health, but sometimes we can get over focused on something and just really let that control the situation. And if you're wanting to provide financially, then it's going to take discipline. It always takes discipline to manage money, to save money. And to create more money. I want to see what the Wild Unknown has to say about this. The shadow. Yeah, doing shadow work. Really looking at those things that you didn't want to nurture within yourself, that you didn't want to admit to yourself or anyone else. And you've really been seeing that mirror within yourself to help you grow, to help you evolve. I want to read this card. I believe that is 28, number 28. Let's see. Yeah, the shadow, and it's on page 160. The shadow, the unspeakable, the unwelcome, the denied. Although every card in the archetypes deck has a shadow potential, this card asks us to delve into the qualities of the shadow itself. We often think that the shadow can be purified, illuminated, and made right through effort and achievement. However, it is typically the case that our lofty pursuit of ascension and perfection is the very source of shadow material itself. By rejecting parts of ourselves and the world, we begin to separate from the whole. Rather than getting to know the qualities and content of our shadow, we busy ourselves with avoiding its presence. This is denial. When this card appears, it is time to take inventory of those things you've been denying. When the mind responds with no, anything but that, you are touching shadow. Find support for this deep inner work and move towards the shadow with patience and compassion. Contemplate the following scientific observation. The closer an object, a person, place, or community is to the light, the longer the shadow it casts. In the shadow of the gods are the very gods themselves. Reflect on this statement by James Hillman in A Blue Fire. What do you despise about yourself? By answering, you move towards shadow. So yeah, you've really been delving into things that you never wanted to. Okay. And you're feeling very disciplined on how you handle your shadow energy. And you're looking right into the face of the lack of discipline you may have about something in your life, about many things in your life, maybe. And you aren't shying away from them. You actually have been really looking within to try to work through them, not deny it, but decide, what am I going to let control me, my shadow or the light? And you're bringing things into the light from your shadow so that you can look at them, so that you can embrace them and work through whatever it is you need to work through. Let's go ahead and get into current energies now. Current energies for Aquarius. This is bold work. This is very honorable work that you do on yourself. You may be looking into where you've been too generous to others. And that may have caused some of the financial issues that you may have had. We have the High Priestess. So you are getting very in touch with your intuition with this. And this is beautiful. I'm really, really liking this reading. Let's see what else wants to come out for you. Okay. All right, how many? That's a few too many, Spirit. Can I get a few less? Oh, gosh. Okay. A few too many again. They're just coming out in clumps. Okay, there. We have one to start. We have the Emperor in reverse. Your shadow may be dominating things right now. It may be controlling you. Okay, and there's that lack of discipline again. You're struggling with discipline in certain things. But you want to not be too rigid with yourself. You want to give yourself grace. You want to give yourself a break. It may be very stubborn energy that you're working through, especially if this is programming that we all have in our lives, from our upbringings, especially if you are someone who's dealt with controlling energy in your childhood. Okay, so we have the Two of Cups as well. There could be a catalyst for you that is someone that you are involved in a relationship with. Okay, you may feel very close to this person. You may want to be very open with this person. You really want open communication with this person. This might be someone that you see as, marriage or long-term relationship potential. And they may be bringing your shadow to light. Some people are shadow workers, and they can show you, help be a catalyst to show you your shadow so that you can work on that, okay? Something in your belief system, something that has to do with your religion or lack of religion upbringing, something that has to do with conforming to a certain thing. I mean, having discipline, self-discipline is not conforming. It's really just deciding what is best for you in your life and what's making you grow and evolve versus what's keeping you stuck in a cycle that just keeps repeating over and over again, and you're not getting anywhere. That Einstein saying, you know, repeating the same thing over and over with no results is insanity, you know. But your intuition is really telling you that someone in your life was put into your life, and this is the Hierophant energy, was put into your life to help you see what it is that you need to bring into this light, that you need to bring into the light so that you can balance out that shadow energy, okay? So this may be someone that you feel is a twin flame, a soulmate connection, that's kind of like this catalyst for you, helping you see what it is you need to see. And they don't have to be, you know, saying or doing anything specific or being like, you need to work on your shadow. No, it's just by them being who they are and you being in a relationship with them, it is showing you a lot of things in the shadow that you may feel you might not have seen otherwise. I'm sure you would have in time, but this person is just right place, right timing, helping you see that, okay? So future possibilities, the Queen of Voices. This person may be a little bit curt, maybe a little bit cut and dry, cutthroat, I'm getting. Doesn't mean that they're being mean or abusive, but they may just be someone who's very straight to the point and just cuts through the bullshit and is very straight to the point. 7 of Emotions, okay? And the Muse of Emotions, okay? This person could very well be showing you how many options you have, how many different paths that you can go on. It's not necessarily set in stone. And I see you really balancing out these emotions within yourself, that shadow energy within yourself. And that's great. It's wonderful. Let's see what else wants to come out from the tarot. Okay. If you like my style and you're interested in a personal reading, I am open for those. Information about that is in the description box below. We have the Emperor in reverse again. Wow. Now, I don't know. Someone who seems like they have a very clear... So we have the Queen of Voices, which is the Queen of Swords, and the King of Swords. The two of you together could really have a very clear view of how this is actually... Like, you may be very conscious of what's going on. You may be very aware of what's going on. I'm just seeing an energy of being maybe very heady, very thought and communication based. comic. Someone may not get your sense of humor, or maybe you don't get theirs. But you have a very clear view, I think, of what's going on, how to balance these emotions, how to work through the shadow energy. Like, you're very thought-based. You're a thinker, and you're a communicator. And that's very, very much like Aquarius. You may not know right now, or you may have trouble deciding in the future what it is you want to choose. When it comes to, I'm seeing how you want things to manifest in your material world. But with the Muse of Emotions right smack dab in the middle of these, I feel that you really are going to be working hard on balancing out your shadow energy, your financial energy, your emotional energy. Because you don't want a lack of self-discipline to control your life moving forward. Your shadow may be a stubborn energy, I'm getting as well. Maybe a stubborn energy. Okay. I want to get some final oracle cards to end the reading. I do hope this makes sense, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you once again. Okay, we have step out of your comfort zone with North Node. There you go. Anytime you're going to deal with shadow energy, you're definitely stepping out of your comfort zone. Kudos to you for this, because that takes a lot of guts. Okay. Impasse. There may be certain things that have to do with someone in your life where you're kind of like at an impasse. Here's that workaholic card, focusing so much on your financial situation that it's almost backfiring, like almost obsession about it. So it's going to help you if you can really just balance those energies out too. Balance out work life with love life, with other things in your personal life, with your emotional body, your thoughts, and your spirituality. But I'm just applauding you for really going in and doing that shadow work like a boss, like you're unafraid, like you're just facing any fears or shame that you have within yourself and realizing that there's nothing to be ashamed of. You're okay, just how you are. Shit, we all need to do work. Life is about work. Work on ourselves throughout our lives, but don't get so obsessed with working that you get out of balance in the other aspects of your life. And that's easier said than done, I know. But this is the advice I have for you. Once again, I thank you, and I hope to see you next time, Aquarius. Take care.